Hello, this is linear equations and functions, linear inequalities in two variables, example 2. Example 2, we have to graph this in the coordinate plane, and the graph of this will be a half plane, and the boundary line will be y equals -2. So we start out graphing y equals -2, and we showed how to do that in the last section. There's the graph of y equals -2, and I drew it as a broken line because it's strictly less than. If it was less than or equal to, it would be a solid line. This indicates that the line is really not part of the solution. The solution, the part that we have to shade, is either above the line or below the line. Well, y less than -2, to me it's pretty obvious. Less than is down here. If it's not obvious, just test a point. Like the origin is always a good test point if the boundary line doesn't go through it. And here, if you put in a 0 for y, 0 is less than -2, that's -2, that's false, which means this is not part of the solution. It means the origin is not part of the solution, so everything up here is not part of the solution, so everything down here is part of the solution, and we shade everything below the boundary line. B is x less than or equal to 1. And the boundary line is x equals 1, and we explained how to graph that. There's the line x equals 1. It's a solid line because it's less than or equal to, and we'll test the origin because the boundary line does not go through it. Now 0 less than or equal to 1, that's true. Because that's true, the origin is part of the solution, so the half plane that is the graph of this is everything on this side. So this time I'll shade everything on this side of the line. And that is the graph of x is less than or equal to 1.